What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by two things. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, I'll show them out real quick. The first is my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and the second is a new podcast I just launched called Chasing Infinity. Links in the description below. Check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's jump into your comments. I haven't done one of these videos in a bit, so let's go ahead and dive in. This first one coming in from iHorse for a video I actually just posted not too long ago, which is my 3 biggest questions for the November town hall. So iHorse says, conflicts, practice. All right, so conflicts, there was a little timer when it was going to end. They started the timer, now nothing to replace it. They keep selling things and then take away the ability to recoup investment over and over again. Take a loan out so they can pay better rewards to attract new players. Where the F is new player experience? It was a package deal with advertising. Where is advertising? Why so many new cards and sales without advertising? WTF are they doing? Bro, I mean, I feel like you and I go back and forth with this all the time, so I don't know what else to say at this point. Yeah, dude, they got to sell stuff. Like, they're a company. It's a gaming company. I would really, in my opinion, I would really stop using the word investment when you think about Splinterlands. I know, blasphemy, crazy, right? But at the end of the day, that it's a gaming company and they're trying to put out new things. So to your point, yeah, I thought it would have been nice if they had extended conflicts further, but they did that with a delay, if you think about it, because Rebellion packs and cards are still going to be valuable, as they're going to be worthwhile or they're going to have value for the Conclave Arcana part of it, which is obviously later next year. In terms of new player experience, they just delivered tech modernization of the battles, which I don't know how many more things are needed. I think the guild page, yeah, maybe the guild page is the last one that is not tech modernized. Let's see. No, even like the guild page is showing next.splinterlands.com. Sorry, I'm looking at this on a different page. So if they're done with tech modernization, I mean, that's a big part of new player experience. That's a big part of getting the mobile site wrapped into an app. So I hope that we can get actually a little bit more information on that in the next town hall. But yeah, I mean, look, stuff is moving, and you don't need to buy anything and everything. If you're worried about like recouping your investments, dude, I don't know that. I feel like that ship sailed a long time ago. But I hope you're doing well. Otherwise, iHorse. All right, so Apollo says, Mana Warden is underrated. I place it in front of taunt monsters and melee-only battles. It can turn the Forgotten One into an even bigger beast, for example. You know, you're not wrong, Apollo. I actually really like Mana Warden paired with the taunt unit, like Idri Fire. That's the one for Idri Fire, I think, for the fire element. I love using it, especially if there's no like magic in the battle, just because you get that return fire. It's fantastic. It very much is an underrated card. All I wish is that it had cost a little bit more. Like, get it to level 2. You would have sold probably, I don't know, like maybe 5 times as many, which would have been crazy. Just to get, you know, for someone like myself, I bought 1 BCX. How many other people bought 1 BCX? If you had made them buy, you know, 5 BCX, which I easily would have done, right? Or even up to level 3, whatever it is, I probably would have done it. But yeah, so hopefully they can find a way to like give a little bit more utility to vouchers in the future. All right, Cynthia says, I appreciate, oh man, there's so many of these. You know what? I'm just going to hide the user from the channel. I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe it's a good sign, right? That this channel is doing well. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm getting hit with a bunch of them. Here's another one, right? Thanks for the forecast. And then they give a seed phrase. Yeah, guys, I would assume that this is some kind of scam. So I would not participate in it at all. Okay, so let's do this. Nicola says, sorry, Aftersound, but to be pessimistic about Trump and bullish about crypto is example of delusion. Sorry, but to be pessimistic about Trump and bullish about crypto is example of delusion. So you're saying that if I'm pessimistic about Trump, but I'm bullish about crypto, it's an example of delusion. Okay, I think I know where you're coming from. Also, my counter to this is that Bitcoin does not care who's president. So I can be bullish about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin cycles, and it doesn't matter who's president. Sure. Does Trump make things a little bit more bullish? Absolutely. But would Kamala or anybody else getting into office have stopped Bitcoin and what it's going to do to the world? No, I don't believe that for a second. So that would be my counter to your point here. Obviously, there were a lot of people who feel very strongly about one side being more crypto friendly, and I don't even disagree with that. But I never had a doubt that, you know, Bitcoin specifically was going to eat the world. It will continue to eat the world, and no country can ban Bitcoin. Not even the great United States. A country cannot ban Bitcoin. It can only ban its citizens from using Bitcoin, as China learned, and China is now, you know, they're reversing course on this whole thing. So, all right. So Keeg says, I'm stacking in the pool of fresh DEC. Same with grain. Very cool. All right. So this was on the video about the vouchers. Yeah, I guess, you know what, if you're going to make a 10% return, 9 to 10% return, why wouldn't you, right? Excuse me. All right. So let's do that. Austin says the chance to land a 50-50 shot with 2 shots is not 100%. It's 75%. It's like flipping a coin twice. And oh, okay. Thank you for the statistics lesson here. So the only way that doesn't happen is getting tails both times, which is half-half. Okay. All right. Fair enough. You got me there. You got me there. On average, though, am I not thinking about that the right way? I guess it's 75% then. All right, fine. It is what it is. So 75% is still pretty damn good, but you're right. It is a cool card. Thank you for the statistics lesson there. Yvonne says, don't go throwing around big words like can't. It certainly can, but is unlikely. So I said Conclave Arcana can't be worse than Chaos Legion. Well, Yvonne, so to my point there, I was simply talking about it in the context of we can't print more BCX. I mean, okay, sure. You know what? You're right. We absolutely can print more BCX, but I was giving that example at the end because there is technically an unlimited amount of packs when it comes to starter packs, that if that happens, the amount of DEC required would be absurd. And there is not enough DEC currently in the ecosystem, which means we'd have to burn a hell of a lot of SPS. So it would be a good problem for us to have. Well, let me rephrase that. The problem would occur after something amazing happened. And so hopefully if something amazing happens, people know to de-risk and take some off the table. All right, Dustin Web says, I think they should maintain selling Mana Warden so as not to have so many cards that newer players can't get. Also to have unique cards within reach of normal players. As a mid-level player, I find, for example, new Legend announcement to be very anticlimactic, effectively generating no excitement or interest. Keep in mind, while I describe myself as a mid player, I have played for multiple years and have 5K plus invested. So it's kind of crazy in and of itself. I'm kind of in the sunk cost fallacy. I get it. Anyways, good luck out there. But Dustin, you know, I don't know if I've interacted with you. So first of all, thanks for the comment. I'm in agreement with you. I would like to see them continue selling Mana Warden because I'd like to believe that we get, you know, a couple thousand new players in April, May of next year. And it would be nice for them to come in and see Mana Warden as something that they can attain by, you know, staking SPS or buying a validator or just buying vouchers off the marketplace, right? So in my head, we end up potentially burning more in the longer run. Now in the short run, we could try to like have a little bit of a voucher pinch, but I think most people are kind of already set with Mana Warden. And like, I look at Mana Warden and I got the card and it's not like, oh, this is going to be like super rare and it's going to hold its value and utility. I don't look at it that way. I'm sure maybe some other people do, but I'm over it when it comes to cards like as investments. So, yeah, my hope is that it'll be available for folks. To the other part of what you're saying here, keep in mind when I describe myself as, you know, 5K invested but still mid. I mean, that's just what it comes down to, man. Like I don't. There's going to be levels to this. Obviously, I'm probably closer to you in those levels versus somebody who's a whale and spending, you know, 1.4 million DEC on a single card, but my genuine sincere hope is that this ecosystem, this project can grow big enough where people like you and myself, or no matter how much you have put into the game, right? There is something there for you that can feel as if you're still getting the utility that you want, both from an entertainment and then hopefully a financial standpoint. And the reason I'm optimistic on that is because we're about to enter into an era, or maybe we just entered into an era where this whole free-to-play thing is coming up. And so you will have truly a, you know, whatever floats your boat, whatever, you know, all you can eat type of thing, whatever you choose and how you choose to interact with the game, you can. Now, obviously for us, we cannot go back in time and, you know, uninvest. Again, I don't like using that word, but for at least for newer people coming in, this should create more of a diverse spectrum in terms of like the amount of people here, the types of people here, starting with free to play and going with, you know, the whales that need to have every single card. But, you know, everything is still relatively small right now. And if we can use this bull run to expand that outwards and create more pockets within Splinterlands where you can be competitive with folks who are kind of in the same boat as you, that would be fantastic. Okay, so Kingbo says, with Moss, does the echo process twice on the same turn or staggered? If it's just cleanse back-to-back seems kind of pointless. So that was my thought too. But we did get some clarification from Lilyfire that it really just impacts expose. So if expose has removed two abilities, for example, let's say immunity and force field, cleanse, when used on somebody who's been exposed, does not bring everything back. It brings back only one of the things at a time. So therefore, the double cleanse comes in handy only for that situation. Sorry, guys, still recovering. So that is, yeah, that is the only one, but I guess it makes sense considering that use case. All right, so Yanik says, I got 31 BCX of the Warden to be able to use it. Now I just feed the pool. All right, so a lot of folks got whatever they needed and then just fed the pool, and I think we can clearly see that, right? We did not hit the 120,000 that we needed to hit, 120,000 BCX printed. Blockchain says, how you sell it to DEC when is in your account. Then someone wants to swap it on TribalX. No, I mean, well, don't swap it on TribalX because you can't even send it to you can't even send it to TribalX anymore. Vouchers are, you can only send them back into the game. So if you want to sell it to, how you sell it to DEC when it's in your account? Well, you can just go to the pool, right? You can just go to the pool, sell half of it, and then put both of those or pair them together into the pool, which I think most people are doing, unless you get DEC from some other way, which is fine too. All right, so Tom is Jablam. First I saw John video, now YouTube actually thinks I want to see shovelware crypto crap. Have fun losing money on this. Oh, wow. Guys, dude, check this out. I mean, I don't know that I'm necessarily seeing it in the analytics, but like somebody who didn't want to see this video, this video popped up for them, and here they are taking the time to comment. So thanks, Tom. We're going to have fun staying poor. Don't you worry. All right, International Travel Channel and Snowballs, thank you for the, wow, plenty of comments here. Appreciate you spiking the algorithm. Koliki says, can you please tie a spear to a rope and throw it at Darkest Night and tell him to get over here? I miss lurking and enjoying the duo. Yeah, man. I mean, he's a good dude. Oh, I need to, he's getting excited about crypto again. Obviously, you know, we've been talking a lot about it. He's seen his portfolio rise. So he's been asking me. I'm not pushing it, right? Because our conversations are very wide ranging and never really cover Splinterlands, at least for the last like 6 months. But he is asking me more about Splinterlands these days. And so I think it's just a matter of time. He said he was going to like jump in and see where things are at and make sure his bot was working and all that. But I think it just comes down to, well, it comes down to delivery, right? If the team can deliver all the stuff that they're trying to deliver, I probably wouldn't want to, like, just personally, I wouldn't want to like really try to draw him back in until hardcore mode was out, land 1.75 is out, and glamour, because he was big on skins, right? So it's like, if he can come back and like skins are there and land is there, and like you can do more with land now, and he's like, you know, forced to like figure out his land. And there's like a hardcore mode where, you know, he may not have all the top tier cards, but if he's got a decent collection, he can just go, you know, participate in that. Again, I don't know. Maybe that'll be the thing. That'll be the thing that gets him back. Or, you know, a 10-cent SPS would probably get a lot of people back. All right. Aaron Baker says, every day when I sell my grain for DEC and either stake it on land or buy Rebellion BCX packs, whatever is left over goes into the voucher pool. All right. Fair enough. So a lot of folks going into the voucher pool. Sell them for DEC. Yeah, that's what I do, Bananas. My vouchers for DEC. All right. So here's what, oh, geez, what is this? This is on the Conclave Arcana video. Here's what Grok came up for plays on CA. Here are some punny names for Conclave Arcana. Conclave Arcaner, Conclave Arcana, or Concave Arcana, because your deck just needs a little dip. Conclave Armchair, Arcane, Arcanut. I'm not going to read through all these. Arkansas. What is that? Conclave Arcade. Conclave Arcade Colony. That'd be fun. Oh, if only everything had been combined. Well, thank you for this banana. Or bananas. Grok is a G. All right, thank you, International Travel Channel. All right, bananas with more. Chaos Legion was supposed to be so cool. I worried it was going to sell out while I was at work that day. Oh my God, there's even more. Confetti Avalanche. That's funny. Cobbler's Apron, Concave, Armadillo, Cornflake Arcadia. Oh, that's where you got Cornflake Arcadia. Fun. AI is just a blast until it tries to kill us. Okay. Let's see. How long has this video been? Because I need some agua, and I'm sure my voice is getting pretty raw. So Nicola says, no doubt great cards, but unfortunately too expensive for such weak rewards. Hey, man, I'm right there with you, actually, Nicola. I'm not buying them. I mean, they're fantastic, and I am excited about them disrupting the meta, and hopefully we get to do and play more with them in, what's that called? In ghost card competitions. Banana says they look a lot cooler than the Phase 3 ones. I agree. Ghosty Beach is a maxed rare and a level 2 of the legendary. That's the play. I forgot what you get at level 2, or level 3 if you really want Divine Shield. Yeah, level 2... Well, but Pierce is clutch, man. I mean, I get it. You get the synergy of the first of those like other things, but Pierce, I would say, really takes it to the next level. Pun intended. Vladarak says, what really sticks in my craw with this game is the Wild Pass. Okay, it isn't much. A couple of bucks a season, $4 a month. I don't want to jump through a zillion hoops to convert useless Fiat tokens for infinitely more useless game tokens. In theory, I could burn one useless in-game token for the other useless in-game token that's required to buy the Wild Pass, except I can't because all the useless in-game tokens I earn are automatically staked with a long cooldown period. Well, dude, I mean, you need it once per season, and that gives you 2 full weeks of unstaking. So it is possible. Although I will say I agree with your point about I put a video out a while back, and I hope that they can implement it at some point where if you could burn the SPS before it's staked, right? So if it's sitting in your reward section before you claim it and then it goes into your staking pool, if you could burn it immediately for DEC, that would be awesome. I would love a situation like that. Granted, people may not be use it much right now, or it would suck to use it right now, but for a lot of new players that are coming in that want to be able to like fund their rentals and essentially have like the ability to get rewards cashed out right away, right? What you're giving them is the opportunity to take a 2.5% haircut with DEC at peg and get access to DEC right away and burn that SPS, right? That's the most important thing. So it's like there's no longer sell pressure on SPS for all these people that are looking for immediate cash out, which is kind of crazy to think about because yes, we end up with way more DEC in the ecosystem, but hopefully more DEC sinks in the long run. All right, let's end with this from Mondroid, and I'll try to do another one of these videos soon just because, because we have a lot of comments. So Mondroid says, Nefkit's offensive potential is great, but that 3 speed and 5 HP is pretty bad for a 7 mana card. If it wasn't for Divine Shield, I would say he's almost unplayable. Half the time he is available will be against Tofu Thorns. That's a fair point. Yeah, you're right. The Mossbender is crazy, though. Like, so good, it could make Grandmaster Wraith interesting. Void Armor plus double repairs, heals will be nice in some situations. Yeah, man. I mean, that from the moment we saw the rare, that Echo ability looked really interesting. And like I said in the video, just the ability to plan around it. Your opponent doesn't plan around it. They get the benefit, but they can't plan around it, right? So the ability for you to plan around it could be huge with double heals, double armor repairs, double cleanses if necessary. All of that makes that card to me very much a crucial part of the meta. But you know, the legendary isn't terrible, and I can see certain instances of using it. But sure, I can understand. I can understand 7 mana is still expensive for that type of. Well, The speed does get me. HP maybe I could live with because there's a lot of like others that have low HP, but they're quite powerful. If the speed had been like 4 or 5, to me it'd be like a no brainer because you can buff that thing up, and he's gonna go pretty. He's gonna go pretty quick, and even better, like he goes after some other like your Pelicore bandits or whatever the case is. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'm going to cut it here. We're already at 20 minutes. So I'll do another comments video tomorrow, and we'll try to catch up with even more. But I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.